Oh no, Ashley, you're fine. It was a technical error on this end. So, but as you could hear, I was trying to make sure that it was all good. uh, but yes, it's definitely fine. Uh, what do your guides want to tell you? Okay, so Ashley, uh, just just real quick, uh, let me see. Okay. Ashley, your guides are, are are some of your guides part of the ascended masters, like Jesus, Buddha, uh, geez, I can't. This other names escape me. Uh, Hello, Sarah H. Okay, Ashley. Pile 1, 2, or 3. I am using the Celtic Tarot. There is a link to it to Amazon uh, in the description on YouTube. If you would like to take a look at that and purchase 3K. Okay, Ashley, 4 numbers between 1 and 27. Um, quite a while. To answer your question, Sarah, quite a while. I, as a kid, had that feeling. Um, but I was raised in very conservative Christian uh, home, and uh, so I have only really like grown into it over the past, I would say, 5 years or so. Uh, so that's just kind of the short background history on that for me. Ashley, 2, 7, 13, and 25. Oh, you're fine, Ashley. You're fine. Okay. The first card, the situation, is the Six of Wands. Uh, so this is relaying a message of victory. The finish line is in sight. Positive movement is propelling the individual forward in their purpose. Uh, Time for celebration or congratulations. If there is something that you're asking that you should do, the answer is yes. Though this isn't quite in the question position of the question answer position of the reading, since this is the situation. Um, but there could be something that you're asking about, uh, which could be the situation. Um, but I'm going to hold off on that real quick. The next card is for the father. So, otherwise known as the emperor. This represents a masculine or authoritarian figure in an individual's life. One may need to learn to take their power back or need to be more like an emperor. So this is in the position of conflicts to the situation. So this could be something that I feel like I feel a personal struggle. Like maybe you do need to kind of take on the qualities of the emperor in standing your ground, uh, but or maybe that's really hard for you to do. Um, Not that you're a pushover, but you give in more times than not. Um, the card in the advice position is the King of Shields. Also, the King of Pentacles. Now, as a person, it says wise in business and finances, practical and steady. It suggests to apply oneself in a practical manner, bringing forth the best results. So, uh, again, that kind of really resonates with the father figure here. Uh, the outcome is the Page of Cauldrons or the Page of Cups. So, so an offer could be coming soon that will open your heart. There's uh, reconciliation and joy is suggested by this card. So, do 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 do. What's the situation um with hello Daniel? Sorry, I'm just now seeing you. Uh, what's the situation between for this father card? I feel yet again I got this um, thing of internal conflict. This six of wands really kind of coming out to me uh, as that that combined with the father. Which, remember, the father, the emperor, talks about taking back our power. Uh, so there's a situation that has put you in a thought. I know there's a chance my dad may not be be my biological dad, and I've been toying with the idea of finding out, but don't want to affect our relationship. Could it be that? Okay. Uh, I can definitely see where this thought, uh, where that could be kind of shadowing over you, um, and putting you in a position uh, of kind of like being powerless, um, because there is this uncertainty. I bel that sounds like really what it could be. Um, it's the king of. So, um, the thought here with the King of Shields being in the advisory position, um, and how that talks about applying oneself in a practical manner can bring the best results. Think practically about this. What is going to bring, what's going to be best for your highest good? Okay, what's going to be a path that puts you in a position that is going to build you up? I think if you do this, that it's not going to be a negative effect. The reason why I would say that is, excuse me, is this page of cauldrons coming up here, and I'm going to move away from the literal meaning here and go with the more abstract meaning. In that, with this card coming up, this is a page usually represents like a kid, and so I think what what your spirit guides are trying to tell you is that no matter what you do, whether you go and you have this test done and it comes back that he's not your dad, father, whatever, or it comes back and he is, or if you don't have the test done at all, I don't believe that it's going to. I believe they're saying that that it's not going to have any effect on your relationship. In fact, what I would fear is that the unknown will always be in the back of your mind. And so, therefore, that could end up being a harm to your relationship. Now, that's not me saying to go and do this test, but at the same time, we should be realistic about this. Let's be practical. Let's be practical about this, and take back our power and regain control of the situation in our mind. And I think once you do that and you find out one way or the other, what it's going to come down to at the end of the day is this individual that has been a dad to you all this time, has that individual really changed? What does that change between you and this individual? So they're not your biological dad. They've been there as your biological dad should have been. And that should count more than anything. So, I hope that helped and it has got you in a clear mind enough to think about this further and give it some deeper thought. So, peace to you, friend. So, if you haven't yet, if there's anybody that is watching on any channel, YouTube, Twitch, Periscope, Facebook, do ask you to please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You'll find all of the past shows on there. You can also find other readings on individual videos. You can also find Archangel messages on there and some meditations that we've done on here and some other stuff that we've done on here. It's just all great stuff. I am just really excited to be able to provide all of that for you all. And so, hey, let's do it. Let's get into it, So while I am on a bit of a break here, waiting for somebody else that may want a reading, I am going to go over a few products. I do my readings mostly by one deck. Sometimes I'll throw out another deck once in a while just to switch it up. And then also I have the Archangel Oracle cards that I use for my collective readings as a Archangel message. Anyways, and all of these products are in a link in the description on YouTube for Amazon, and you just follow that link and it'll take you there, and you can find any or all of these products on there. If the ones that I've listed aren't the cheapest, then by all means buy the cheapest one. Hey. But really, okay, so let's get started on that, shall we? First up, Archangel Oracle. Let's get the light on it just right. Well, okay, eventually you'll see it. Archangel Oracle cards. It is a 45 card deck, and it does come with a guidebook. It is what I can't find the publisher. Oh well. Anyways, it's a good deck. It's got some really pretty pictures of angels on there, and the nice thing about these is it's got the name of the card on it, and then it's got the description. It's got a short description on it. So if you're just learning and you're just trying to get into this, that's an awesome deck to start with, to get into. So I don't have a traditional tarot deck. I have no. This is what I go to. This is my go-to deck. Okay, we have been together for I don't know, 2-3 years, and I just love it. It is the Branches of the Celtic Tarot. Wanted to make sure I got that right. Branches of the Celtic Tarot. And it is by Christopher Hughes. He is a Druid chief. And very likable guy. I had a little conversation with him, telling him that, hey, I do this show on YouTube. Use your deck. I really like your deck. Check me out sometime. He checked me out. It was all cool. It was all good. So anyways, great deck. Once I get a better camera, you'll be able to see you'll be able to see the pictures even better and stuff. It's just very comparable in some ways to the Rider-Waite deck. In some ways, I will say that there are some scenes in there that are very comparable to the Rider-Waite, and so I question about using it on here, but I'm like, there's people out there using Rider-Waite on here, and so I'm not gonna be too worried about it. Anyways, let's carry on. The next one, this is the one that I started out with, and it was this one and the Celtic Tarot both really called out to me. Of course, by last name, I am Irish heritage. I went back, I don't know, 4 or 5 generations, something like that, and got the last names of my grandparents, my great grandparents, and I think I did my great great grandparents. And for the most part, everybody was, of course, some kind of Celtic, and most probably Welsh or Irish. So this Celtic stuff is just really cool. But this deck is the Guide to the Celtic Dragon, the Celtic Dragon Tarot. It's light. It is right side up only. You get some layouts in here. You get some candle spells. You get some dragon meditations. I would like to do some of these meditations with you all, because actually it's some of the descriptions of the meditations is pretty nice. And so yeah. Okay, on the Christian side of me, on the Christian side of me, I recommend the Message Bible or the NRSV or both. Hey, can't go wrong. On the pagan side of me, Wicca, A Guide for the Solitary Practitioner by Scott Cunningham. This is like the beginner. This is the Wicca Bible. He's got some other books as well, but this is a good starting point to learn and understand the tradition. I don't necessarily follow it to a T, but there are some things in here that are very close to Christian practices that I'm like, okay, well, I can expound on my Christian faith by adding some of these other elements that recognize the earth. And I mean, I see a use in recognizing earth so much more than just out there. Okay. Which, I mean, we're talking in the Wiccan concept of things is, the goddess and God, but I see just so many similarities. I mean, his telling of the beginning of time is just excellent. I love it. I would just absolutely love to. Yes. And that will probably be a devotional. It will probably be part of, it's be a devotional. So anyways, his Standing Stone Book of Shadows. Y'all, I'm sorry. I am just so I like this book, and I like some of the stuff that he has to say, and then some of the we missed Beltane. So we're in the season of Beltane. Mother Goddess, Queen of the night and of the earth, O Father God, King of the day and of the forest, I celebrate your union as nature rejoices in a righteous blaze of color and life. Accept my gift, Mother Goddess and Father God, in honor of your union. Place the tokens on the tree. From your manting shall spring forth life anew. A profusion of living creatures shall cover the lands, and the winds shall blow pure and sweet. O ancient ones, I celebrate you. Yeah, so I kind of am upset that I missed that, because that was yesterday and I should have done that. I'm going to try to stick with Wiccan calendar as much as possible. Simple feast. This is it. Okay. I had to mark a page. Yep. that will probably be done Sunday. Uh, it's called the Simple Feast. In the Christian tradition, it is the Eucharist. Um, and so we're going to do it maybe um, the Wiccan way, maybe tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see. Okay, if there's anybody that's out there that would like to have a reading done, just go ahead and let me know. I'm going to be on here for about another 20 minutes, give or take. If you're watching and you haven't yet, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Even if you're on Facebook, Periscope, or Twitch, it would really, 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 really help me out if you would. You all don't even know. Also, got a camera coming. Did I mention that? I think I mentioned that. Maybe I didn't mention that. I did mention that. You're all gonna have to excuse me. I'm just feeling a little bit better, maybe. Oh boy. So, yeah. And then what else? What else was it? Okay. So, yeah, we're going to talk about this. Yeah. Give me something to talk about. Y'all will have to excuse my referring to notes. Aha. Okay. So, here is my take on the beginning of time and nature. I said, due to God, the great creator, being the spirit and energy that this supreme being is, I believe that from the beginning of time, there was a plan, a design in the way that the universe was formed, and that through time, all that is was created. I believe this creation, took place over an unforeseeable amount of time. And that creation took place in the form of a type of evolution. I believe that over time, Creator God revealed itself to humankind, and that we welcomed that spirit with open arms. I believe that there came a time that temptation from the evil one brought darkness into the humans' lives and began to spread negative energies and actions, thus causing us not to be the beings that the Creator intended us to be. I believe that all of nature was created for us to admire and enjoy, that we are to do what we can to protect it and preserve it. I also believe that the Creator intended us to use what resources that are here to do the things that we do today. But with that power comes great responsibility. Moderation and control is key, and we, as the humankind, the human race, should take it upon ourselves to protect what we have. This is God's creation, gifted to us, and we should take care of it. So that is my creation story. Scott Cunningham. There we go. Scott Cunningham, in his book, in the Wicca book, in the Standing Stone Book of Shadows, chapter on the Standing Stone Book of Shadows, section 3 of the book, first chapter in that section. Before time was, there was the One. The One was all, and all was the One. And the vast expanse known as the universe was the One. All wise, all prevailing, pervading, all powerful, and eternally changing. And space moved. The One molded energy into twin forms, equal but opposite, fashioning the goddess and God from the One and of the One. The goddess and God stretched and gave thanks to the One, but darkness surrounded them. They were alone, solitary save for the One. So they formed energy into gases, and gases into suns and planets and moons. They sprinkled the universe with whirling globes, so all was given shape by the hands of the goddess and God. Light arose, and the sky was illuminated by a billion suns. And the goddess and God, satisfied by their works, rejoiced and loved and were one. From their union sprang the seeds of all life and of the human race, so that we might achieve incarnation upon the earth. The goddess chose the moon as her symbol, and the god the sun as his symbol, to remind the inhabitants of the earth of their fashioners. All are born, live, die, and are reborn beneath the sun and moon. All things come to pass thereunder, and all occurs with the blessings of the One, as has been the way of existence before time was. That's some good stuff. That's some good stuff. So, anyways, final thoughts. I think I want to cut it tonight. Final thoughts are keep running that race. As the guide of the light, I challenge you to live your life in a way that betters humanity and ultimately is for your higher self. In light and love, Stíofán Séamus, God of the Light. I do thank everybody that watched today. If you like the show and would like to see more, you can always donate. You can send money to me at paypal.me/Guide of the Light. Also, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you're watching on a different platform other than YouTube, it'd be very much appreciated. And trust me, it will be very much appreciated. And also, you can find me on Facebook, facebook.com/Guide of the Light. And you can also find me on Twitter at Guide of the LIGH1, like the number 1. I don't know. Don't ask me. I didn't do it. Twitter did, and I didn't catch it whenever it did it. So, yeah. Anyways, I do thank everybody for watching. May you be blessed. And in light and love, peace to you all.